So let's say you change your technique, you start using more stories, more structure. What have you found? You're a keynote speaker. What's the best way to get a pulse check on whether your message has got across after the presentation? How do you see whether the changes you are making are actually resonating with the audience? When let's say in a group of 400 people on a regional Zoom call, really to learn how that might work.
It's a great question. And I think that there are lead indicators and there are lag indicators. I think the lead indicators are when you find what's going on in the chat, the kind of comments you're getting, which is like real-time feedback, right?
Yeah.
In terms of what you're saying. Or whether it is using what is called, the phrase that pays. If you start finding that, once you kind of finish your segment, and as the meeting continues, people keep alluding to, like Alexis said, no story, no sale. And it's interesting because our team also was wondering whether we should. So it's kind of like what's happening in the echo, then what's happening in the resonance, which is, do they start picking up the terminology that you're talking about? But ultimately, I think the biggest test of whether your storytelling skills are getting through or not is the kind of resistance or acceptance you encounter after the call is done, right? Because that's what you're trying to do with story. You're not telling story for the sake of story. Like, how quickly can you make it happen that people lower their resistance and are more open to exploring, saying, what, I never thought about it, but I'm just curious, like, how would we even do it? Versus, it can't be done. It's never been done. It shouldn't be done. We can't do it. Right. So it's a little bit in the moment, but the bigger picture, the bigger goal is like, what happens after? How many people kind of can start rallying around you? I think for me, it's more the human indicators of how keenly are they listening to you, how open are they to what you're asking of them. How do you find that they are less resistant? All these are signs that it's working.